Qatar won! Grand prize won! Win big with the WRC Safari Rally 2025. Revisha and feel the roar!
Agatin missing chitap Collins inatinye kamangunet neo alege ibobochi betung'ung niton nebo kwang'wan kasi tarik 6 nebo arawetab somok kenyitab 2025. Itagat missing ole cheitunen inguni ko logoiwekab emet kobun tetutiet nebo Long'etab Kabotik kigurenon Caroline Kiplagat. Kakobarasta kibagengeit neiyumi sipitalisiek chemabo serikali kole kakowekchigei boisionik chebo kakoitoetab konyoiset koboisien tugetab serikali nebo SHA kosubkei ak kurset nekokonu President William Ruto kosubkei ak besendo nebo nekituget nebo nana nekikisto noton ko nebo NHIF kondochini nebo kecheret kibagengeit noto Brian Lishenga komwa inen kole wendi kokwotin noto kotoreti sipitalisiek choto en kanabtaetab boisionik chebo konyoiset ak kosom magetab kosuldaet kayomisutik choto asikonyoru biikab emet konyoiset kasarta age tugul nemokyinigei. Sirinyo Gladys Yator kotinye report en koindo.
Kagomwa kibagengeit neyumi sipitalisiek chemabo serikali nebo Rufa kole kakotoi sipitalisiek choto kokoito konyoiset eng tugetab SHA eng sipitalisiek kwai kosubkei ak kurset noto kokon President William Ruto nebo kelipan besenwekab NHIF kosubkei nebo ngecheret eng kibagengeit notok Dr. Brian Lishenga komwa inendet kole magat kosub kursonoto ngalalutik alak asikiwong besenwek.
The Hospital Association of Kenya Rufa acknowledges the intervention by His Excellency the President William Samoei Ruto in directing the settlement of NHIF arrears and initiating a claims verification process for larger amounts. This step is a welcome and necessary response to the concerns raised by healthcare providers. In recognition of this commitment, RUFA has resolved this morning to lift the suspension of SHA-funded services effective immediately, while continuing to monitor the implementation of these commitments.
Kaikimit Lishenga kole takochang besenwek chebo sipitalisiek chemabo serikali akamwa kole cheinoto tetutikab konyoiset eng sipitalisiek choto akot kounoto kamwa kole tinye kamangunet kole wendi koibu walet neo eng sekta nebo konyoiset.
The directive by His Excellency the President to pay claims below Kenya shillings 10 million in full provides immediate relief to 88% of our providers. By our estimate, that is roughly 2,986 healthcare facilities. Many of these facilities are level 2, 3, and 4 hospitals that serve the large proportion of Kenyans, and their financial stabilization is crucial to maintaining uninterrupted service delivery.
Koib kakwautyonotok toretet missing eng biikab emoni chetesetai konyoru konyoiset eng sipitalisiek choto mabo serikali.
SHA beneficiaries under RUFA rely on our members for healthcare services. With this demonstration of willingness and responsiveness and commitment by the government, it is in the best interest of patients that services resume while we continue to ensure accountability in payments.
Eng taunitab Nairobi, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Gladys Yator.
Kaindochi minista nebo ribsetab kalyet en emet orit Kipchumba Murkomen igorta nebo lumdaetab karisiek chelelach chebo luget chenotin ko armored vehicles. Bendi karisiek choto kotoreti en kanabtaet nebo ribsetab kalyet eng komoswek chekotestai kobitune kabukchinosiek.
Na kisha ya mwisho ataweza kupiga na timu yetu kutoka
The government of Kenya in this administration, under its bottom-up economic transformation agenda, committed to transform the police service to have modern equipment, recognize clearly that as a country, we are way behind in terms of our investment in our security sector. the government came up with a robust modernization program. This modernization program is in line with the desire of this administration to ensure that there is a bottom-up development in the country. And when we talk about bottom-up, it is to make sure that the grassroots are well prepared to host and to protect the investment and development that is happening across the country. This modernization program is done in a context. It's in the context of our security situation and our strategic position as a country. We live in a nation that is surrounded by a number of countries that are struggling with various challenges of security. We all know the challenges that our neighbors in Somalia, in southern part of Ethiopia, in Sudan, southern Sudan, and all these challenges are posing a threat to our national security, especially in the pastoralist and far-flung areas. As to ensure that we secure this nation further and to make sure that our officers are protected from a few criminal elements that may be wanting to harm the citizens and harm also officers who are providing cover for law and order, the government of Kenya put in place a modernization program under the leadership of President William Ruto, which program has been implemented in the last 2.5 years to make sure that the equipment that is used by our police officers are modern. And that is why you see the MRAPs here we are launching. And this is part of a continuation of a program. This is not the first set of these MRAPs. This is a continuation of a program that was launched last year. And because of the program that was put in place for the last 2 years, you have seen that the criminal elements, particularly those who are operating in areas in northern part of the country, including the Kerio Valley region, as particularly on the challenge of cattle rustling and banditry, was significantly scaled down. In fact, research shows that we have reduced the problem of banditry by 70% as a result of this investment.
Kibendi nguni county nebo Bomet ole kaisyo majority whip eng National Assembly nekora MP nebo South Mugirango Silvanus Osoro ngalek chekokotestai kole kokisto MP nebo Kiharu Ndindi Nyoro eng boinonakab nebo kecheret committee nebo budget eng bunge nebo National Assembly komwa inendet kole logoiwek choton ko mabo iman kosubkei ak Osoro kotomo koyai membaekab committees cheterter lewenet nebo kecheret en committeeshek choto. Ngenyoru Festus Rono ak reporten goindo kongeten Bomet.
Kaesyo ngalalet nekokotestai koletage majority whip nebo National Assembly Silvanus Osoro ne ine kora ko MP nebo South Mugirango kele kokisto en boroindab nebo kecheret en committee nebo budget Ndindi Nyoro en kit nekamwa kole tom koyai lewenisiet committeeshek cheterter en bunge inotok asikenai kandoikwak.
Constituting of committees bungeni. Nimesikia watu wakisema propaganda sana. Ati kuna wale viongozi tumetoa kutoka uchairman. Mara unasikia wanasema tumetoa mheshimiwa Ndindi Nyoro kama chairman wa budget. Wengine wanasema tumetoa mheshimiwa sijui nani Lakuya kama chairman wa trade. Tafadhali watu ya media na wananchi, nataka niwaambie ukweli. Tumefanya reconstitution of committees vile sheria inasema that every 2 years some select committees to weke new members. Baadaye waende wafanye uchaguzi. Uchaguzi haijafanywa. Sasa umejuaje Ndindi Nyoro ameshindwa ama unamtakia ashindwe? Umejuaje Lakuya ameshindwa? Hujajua kwa sababu kura zijapigwa. Kura zinapigwa Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Na zingine zitapigwa kesho. Wale wanasema kwamba nani ametolewa sijui nani. Kama atashindwa pia ni sawa. Because kuna kushindwa na kuna kushinda.
En kasaraton komwa ine kole miten kaimutik ak tuguk chemyachen en tuget nenel nebo SHA ak amwa ine kole kiborien kaimutik chemiten ole kacher biikab emet kosirgei en tugonoton lel ak kosom kora biikab emet koistoengei ngalaletab kandoik alak chebo bolotet chetesetai komwoe tuguk chebo lembech en tugonoton lel bo SHA.
Sikia wananchi wengi of course wanasema pengine SHA imekuwa na shida. Kuna positive impact ya SHA na kuna negative. Kwa sababu tumesuffer what we call teething problem. Gradual. Lakini na nyinyi mheshimiwa MCA, hata nyinyi equip the hospitals. Baada ya kuequip hizo mahospitali zijae vizuri, then tunaenda next point. Nani atalipia wale ambao wanaenda hospitali? Hiyo ndio maana point ya SHA inakuja. Saa hii wacha niwaambie, hospitali za private zilikuwa zimejitoa registration ya SHA. Lakini leo tunawashukuru sana wamelift hiyo. Walikuwa wamesema deni yao ina go back up to 1980. Deni za kitambo za NHIF. Za kitambo. Serikali imesema inawalipa, sasa wamekubali kurudisha SHA, na nyinyi wananchi tunawaomba you register for SHA. Because hakuna ingine inarudi. Usisikize mimi mwanasiasa ati usiregister. Mimi niko na bima.
Kangololi ine en Korara Comprehensive School ole kakikoito chekisiek chebo basari ak keyat classrooms 4 ole kikitech keboisien silingisiek milionisiek 4.8. Richard Yegon ko MB nebo Bomet East.
What I've decided to support or to accompany this ceremony is that I'm giving also the bursaries to the students or the pupils which are in that school. Those who are coming from Bomet East, I'm giving them 10,000 each for those who are in, and I understand there are 31 of them. So the check which I've come with is for 310,000 shillings. Nataka niwaambie, this infrastructure was we built at a cost of 4.8 million. We had budgeted for every classroom 1.2 million, and you must have seen what has happened. This is it is an equivalent of this one also. I think it is the same amount.
Kongeten Korara en Bomet Eastern County nebo Bomet, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Festus Rono.
Kagomwa minista nebo somanet Professor Julius Ogamba kole tesetai ofisaek kobun ministry noto ngalalet koboto ministry nebo treasury eng tokchinetab ketou ketiakta chepkondok choton notin ko capitation goiti sugulisiek chebo emoni ko rabinik choto koite bilion 14 kotinygei ak Professor Ogamba kobunei chongindokab kipsomaninik ak sugulisiek kaimutik en inguni kosubkei ak netomo konyoru rabinik choto kobun serikali ole kamwa kole tetat kekoito rabinik choto en kasarta nebo wikit agenge nemito tai. Ngenyorun Timothy Kiplimo ak report kong'eten Eldoret.
Taketinye besendo nebo rabinik cheite silingisiek bilion 14 chenootin ko capitation fee chetomo konyor sugulisiek en emoni kobun serikali. Ng'alalet nebo CS netonondochin somanet en emet Professor Julius Ogamba Migos ole akot ngandan kayomis kole kibendi ketioktoi rabinik choto koityi sugulisiek en wikit nenyoni, ko kamwa kole takotesetai ak ng'alalet ak ministry nenemu lengut en emoni en katorchinet nebo keker kele kakitiakta rabinik choto koityi sugulisiek konekit.
We had indicated that capitation was released, but there is a shortfall. There is a balance of 14 billion, which the ministry is working very, very closely with Treasury to ensure that it is released. We've liaised and we've talked to our head teachers not to send the students home because it is not the parents who pay the school fees. The school fees is paid through the capitation from our government. So we are doing everything we can to ensure that that 14 billion balance is released very, very soon. We are hoping that it will be released by next week. And I can assure you that even as of yesterday, my team from the ministry was in Treasury trying to find out whether there are enough resources so that that capitation can be released. So I just want to assure the country that as a government we are doing something about the release of that capitation, and going forward we are working on mechanisms to ensure that the capitation is actually released on time so that we do not have these challenges that the head teachers and the pupils are going through.
Kangololi Professor Migos en sukulitab musoknotet nebo Eldoret kasarta nekaindochin tuyet nebo konetik cheechen chebo sukulisiekab musoknotet en emoni. Igorta nekaboisie Migos kosom konetichoto koker kole kaikimit kandoinatet nelitet kotugul en sukulisiechoto.
We want every institution to harmoniously work together, but to keep their lead, to keep their mandate. And the integrity is non-negotiable. It's not negotiable for us. Governance and proper leadership is not negotiable. Where we find that a board, a chair, a principal, a VC is not doing what they are supposed to do, we'll definitely take action, because these institutions are larger than any one individual of us.
Kotinygei ak lipanetab rabinik chebo sukulishekab barak anan university funding model ko kamwa Migos kole nekit koit let chikilisheng'wai committee nekilewen president nebo emoni kochikil kaimutik chebune sukulishekab barak koboto funding model nekiboisie, kini kamwa kole bendi kokonu tokyinetabgei ministry nebo somanet kasarta nekanyor report kobun committee noto.
Funding model, as you are aware, the president had formed a team that was reviewing, the presidential review team that was formed in September last year. It has done a fantastic job in reviewing and taking into account all those issues that Kenyans raised, including what was raised in that court case, so that what now is going to be debated, what is going to come out is a model that is fit for purpose. So that report is being completed. They are finalizing it. Once it is finalized, we'll discuss their recommendations therein and how they have dealt with the teething problems that were there in the previous model. So we are doing something on that aspect so that come September, when the new cohort is joining, they will be utilizing a model that is fit for purpose, that does not have the challenges that the previous model had.
Kong'ete sukulitab muswoknotet nebo Eldoret nemiten county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass TV, kaninyu ko Timothy Kiplimo.
Kong'eten Uasin Gishu kibendi ngonewe county nebo Nandi ole tesetai kurset koityi ministry noton nebo ortinwek en emoni koro kole kacheng walutiet nebo kipchulyo ak nebo chokchinet netokchini koter nyasutik chekotestai kobitune en komosta nebo Chepsangor en Nandi Hills County nebo Nandi. Kamwa negi MCA nebo waditab Kapchorwa David Rotich kole kokokonu orogenet neo nyasutik chetesetai kobitune konaisiek chebo Chepsangor ko kolegit kokoibet kipsomaniat agenge sobenyin konyoru alak chechang kagotunosiek kasarta ne konyoru nyasutietab oret karit ne koimut ichek ngandan mwaat kele kotinye karit noton biik 21 che choton ko chechang anan kosir choton chemogotin komuti ko choton ko biik 11. Ngenyoru Nelson Tarbe ak report.
Kebet nyasutienoto eng kainda ole kimuti karinoto kipsomaninik 19 ole kibet kipsomaniat agenge sobenyi konyorchun alake kakotunosiek cheyachen ole testai konyoru ichek kanyoiset eng sipitalisiek cheterter.
Machole mutyo sigikab lakwet nekure Sharon nekosirto eng ajali nekobo Chepsangor. Lakwani ko lakwet nekotegemeane koinywa, lakwet nekokeinvesten kinde tuguk chechang. Nebo oeng amache ale mutyo family chebo biik lagok chetokomi sipitalisiek nguno komi lagok mi Nandi Hills mi Kapsabet mi akoi Referral lagok chetokomiondos chetokomionotin amakyini toretetab Jehova.
Kabit nito eng kasarta nekikotestai kobit nyasutik eng konaisiek choto bo Chepsangor ole kikokon taragenet neo kosubkei ak neitokobet biik sobonukwak eng nyasutik choto masir arawet agenge amabit.
Kikeng'alal kikemwa chechang akobo oraneb Chepsangor, kikwamenech biik chechang, kikobit ajali chechang alak ko kiaker kot anendet eng konda kwendi karit kobuti.
Karirta ine ketindetab karinoto eng mwaet kole kimuti biik 21 anganda makat komuti biik 11. Ole eng bichoto ko ki kipsomaninik 19 chebo sukulitab sekondari nebo Tachasis eng Tinderet. Ole mwaat kora kele koos karinoto kocham komayai oranoto.
Nebo oeng ko kochokto ndereboindet Loboti ako kakomut biik 21. Karini ko karit neos KBV, karit nemanyolu kwo ortinwek cheu choto cho ako manache chichi kokitom kosoyan oranato no. Runas amache ale pole kabisa.
Kamwa Rotich kole kinyalu kende inatit konaisiek tugul chebo Chepsangor ole kikotoret inatit nekikinde alak eng konaisiek koter nyasutik eng nemildagei karit nekebet takyinet mitaisiek chechang.
Mi walisiek chekiketech ako kikotoret walisiek choto chakikitech ajalisiek. Komie ko lorit nekitun koriach nekitapwendi karibu kilomita 1 olimbo ng'ony kotoret walini koin komeche kesom konde serikali walisiek konaisiek tugul chebo Chepsangor. Kikakesom kele nginde ketik kekol ketik lainwek 4 round chebo konaisiekab Chepsangor lakini kakile kiesio biikab barabarok koin kaikai karini kariach ketit nenekit kosir nemildogei karibu 150 meters olimbo Aroli.
Kasam ine kora ketik kora kole kesub ng'atutikab ortinwek eng konaisiechoto bo Chepsongor ole kikotok nyasutik chechang chebitu eng konaisiechoto kobitu kosubkei ak nemakisubi ng'atutikab ortinwek.
Mara mingi komi drivers che careless. Mi drivers che careless kabisa chekweri karit eng ortinwek chemakororonen. So kamoche asom ale ngocheng oret serikali nekimuchi kikochini ng'atutik drivers eng oret ne kararan kabisa sikonyor kokere akot akichek kong'wan konai kole makikonye keyai makosa amu chile akichek ng'atutikab emet.
Kong'etegei county nebo Nandi logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Nelson Tarbei.
Kiwektagei eng Kawai County nebo Uasin Gishu eng kasarta age ole kayat ofisit nelel kibagengeit nechigili kerichek nebo Pest Control Products Board ko ofisit noton ko mornetab North Rift ole kakiyat eng taonitab Eldoret ak kosubkei ak afisaek che tonondochini kibagengeit noton komwoe kole wendi noton koiku kelchin mising eng newendi kotoreti kabotik kochigil tuguk chechang cheboto kerichek chekisute ak ortinwek chenyolu kesub en boisietab kerichek choton. Genyorun sirinenyo Isaac Koge ak report en koindo.
Kondochin eng yatetab ofisit nelel eng taonitab Eldoret newendi kotonondochin kebeberta noton nebo North Rift komwa CEO noton nebo Pest Control Products Board Frederick Mushiri kole wendi kibagengeit noton kochikili ak kokirinda ibunet, kamang'unet, chobet ak roptaetab kerichek chekikirindoi kutik eng emetab Kenya ko oret agenge noton nebo ribetab itondo ak sobetab kimugulmet koboto itonwekab emet.
And today we are here to officially open the PCPB North Rift office, and by so doing we are bringing services, that is the mandate of our PCPB, nearer to the people, and especially when it comes to regulation and licensing of the product to be used for pest control in our farms. And we are happy today because in the past the North Rift were being served from Nakuru, and now with the services here we expect that the infiltration of unlicensed and fake product will be a thing of the past, and we expect the people of this region to make use of this office by coming here to get correct information, also education, and especially even on how to use the pest product control, the control products.
Mwae Mushiri kole ofisit noton lel kowendi kotoreti kabotik mising ko chotok chebo North Rift kokuyo kororonindab kerichek mising ko chekiboisie eng kirindaetab mionwogik, kasarta noton nemite mbar, amitwogik, kasartab konoret ak aldaet eng siroshek.
And sometimes people produce unsafe food not because of anything, but because of using products which are not authorized or which are not registered in this country. So we expect this office to bring now those services of ensuring there is a registered product and also to ensure that people understand what they are supposed to use as we move forward.
Kosubkei ak Collins Marangu, Agricultural Secretary kobun State Department noton nebo Agriculture, kobo kamanut kokuyo kabotik ak biik tugul boisionikwak eng komosta noton nebo North Rift kobun ofisit noton lel eng Eldoret asikobit konai kora boisietab kerichek yesuldoe boisionikwak.
The Pest Control Products Board is an assuring authority on behalf of the government of Kenya on the quality of pest control products. And this is done right from the introduction of these products into the country, import-export control, the manufacturing for products that are done internally, and the packaging, distribution, sale, use, and disposal.
Kamitagine Eric Mungui kobun AAK Group nemwoe kole boisie eng kibagenge ak stakeholders koro kole kotoret kabotik kokuyo ortinwek chotok chenyolu mising ko eng chengetab siret ak kororonindab amitwogik chotok chekimondoi.
People in this region, I know one of the things you do is that you are the grain basket of this country. And secondly, I also understand and appreciate the diversification strategy you are trying to do to access quality markets internationally. What it means, therefore, that you have a portfolio of pests that will come, quite a lot of pests. The regulator and through the Ministry of Agriculture have provided good solutions very good products specific for you to meet the market expectations and for you to grow the economy of this particular region. One of the things that we require, and we have done studies about it, is that the access to inputs is also a challenge. That how do we access inputs in the right quantities? How do we access inputs in the right price? And we know farmers are fragmented all over. Reasons why today we celebrate PCPB coming here, because they're going to help many outlets to get accredited or licensed so that farmers can access these inputs.
Kong'ete taunetab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Eng logoiwek alak kotesetai serikalitab emoni ak tetutik cheterter chetokchini koker kole kanyoru barnotikab emoni boroinwek choton chebo boisionik mising ko en sectors cheterter cheboto noton nebo waletab itondab emet nemito ing'ony nebo State Department nebo Housing. Kobun tetutiet ne naat ko Climate Works ko tokchini serikali koker kole kaikochi barnotik choton boisionik ak mising ko en katililetab komoswek cheterter ak mising ko ainosiek kou choton chebo Nairobi River.
Information ili spread kwanza through social media, hiyo ni Facebook. We got it that president atakuwa analeta hiyo mradi ya kazi kwa vijana. Then through WhatsApp, friends started wakaanza kupata hiyo link, then they shared, ndo tukapata, ndo tuka-apply through online. So kwa mfano kama mtu kama mimi nili-apply on the environment part, na ndio hiyo naona we are dealing on the environment right now. Kuna wale wali-apply on road na kuna wale wali-apply on I think housing, hiyo construction. But sasa for sisi wenye tulipata hiyo through online na tuka-apply on the environment part, ndio we are dealing on the environment, hiyo mito yetu, we make sure mito ikuwe safi.
Over the years we've faced issue of pollution pollution has been a problem, but now we can at least address the issue. But we are facing challenges like lacking of working materials like gloves, gumboots and other working materials, so we can really appreciate if we can be given that.
Walikuwa nafikiria vitu mingi, hatukuwa na form. Ilibaki ya boyongo anaingilia di wizi man, na bado tunauli. Na wizi sipoa, lakini venye umetuletea project ya kazi mtaani, sisi tunapiga sante na tunataka tujitume tupige mboka bana, lakini tunakuomba kiongozi bana, utongeza hata maganji, pesa ikuwe hata juu kidogo.
Wakati wa mvua, mafuriko inakuja kwa sababu area yetu ni chafu. Lakini kwa sasa tunashukuru kwa ajili ya haya ambayo yanatokea. Jambo lingine ni pia ya kwamba tunajua vijana wengi watapata kazi. Mambo ya ukora, mambo yasiyofaa itakuwa tena.
Keep up with the good job that we are doing to conserve our environment and also to make a way of getting a living, so as to reduce the rates of being idle and unemployment cases.
Tetat konyoru anan konyoru kelchin sukulishekab primary en county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet kobun kibagengeitab Cereal Growers Association nebo kokimit kolsetab marakwek chenotin ko Nyota Beans en mbarenik chebo sukulishek choto. Kamwa gavana nebo Elgeyo Marakwet Wesley Rotich kole wendi kotoreti en oleo kakwautiet noton sukulishek chebo county noton koyorore sirindenyo Andrew Kimeto.
Kagoityi koshinet serikalitab county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet koboto kibagengeitab Cereal Growers Association eng tokyinetab kekimit chong'indab amitwogik mising ko eng kwenutab kabotik chebo ng'wony anan small scale holder farmers. Kong'ololi yekangondeni siet kayonchinet noto komwa gavana nebo county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet Wesley Rotich kole tetutyonoto kora kotetat kikochi sukulishekab primary eng county noto marakwek chenaat ko Nyota Beans asikokol sukulishechoto ne eng let kotes chong'indab amitwogik eng kipsomaninik.
So we want to appreciate them, and also the other final thing that we have agreed with them is that they continue training our officers with the latest information on markets, latest information on inputs, latest information on agronomy, and they have agreed that they will also have them in one meeting, train our agricultural officers, veterinary, livestock, cooperatives, and even our ward administrators, so that they can be able to be talking to farmers. Anytime they talk to farmers, they are talking to farmers from an informed perspective, because that is the missing link in wealth creation policy, where information is not getting to the intended persons, and training does not get to the intended people. So CGA program is actually going to bridge that gap, and we will work together as Elgeyo Marakwet County and CGA to ensure that the farmer of Elgeyo Marakwet smiles all the way to the bank.
kosubkei ak ofisayat neo nebo kibagengenoto bo Cereal Growers Association eng emoni Dr. Osie Moses Mwanje komwa kole tindoi kibagengenoto maget neo nebo kokochi naet kabatik eng county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet asikowal ortinwek checham koboisie eng kabatisiet ak koboisie ortinwek chebo kasari cheimuch konyorune borotet nemitei barak.
We have been here since 2014, and one of our pillars in CGA is to do what we call farmer advocacy. We look at transferring technologies. Currently, if you look at our country, there's been some impacts of climate change. Like now, there's been no rainfall for some months. And Elgeyo Marakwet has got 3 agricultural zones. Some have got some dry areas, some are in very good high potential areas. And as CGA, we have come here to work with the smallholder farmers so that we can enable them to get information, get technologies which can make them produce, not just for consumption, but even for the markets and even to sell and have money in their pockets.
Kailos alak eng kabatik chekaboto Edwin Kipruto kakwautyonoto chekamwa kole wendi noto kokanaptoi tetutikwai chebo kabatisiet.
Mimi kama mkulima kutoka Kaptarakwa nilifunzwa mradi wa Nyota Pins na kikundi cha CGA. Imetusaidia sisi kutoka Elgeyo Marakwet County kupanda maharagwe hii ambaye iko na zinc pamoja na iron. Najua itasaidia watoto wetu kwa mashule, kwa maugonjwa kama rickets na polio. Hakuna mtoto ambaye atasema akuli maharagwe sababu hii maharagwe haina any acidity, iko na iron na zinc.
Koete county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet, logoiwekab emet chebo CAS, kainenyu Andrew Kimeto.
Kakotet serikali kokimit kabatisyetab chaik ak kawek asikonyorune kelchin kabatik kou ole kikakitet eng manifesto nebo serikalitab Kenya Kwanza. Kong'ololi eng tuyet nekakiyai ak kandoik kobun bunge nebo National Assembly en ofisinyi nemi Karen Nairobi, komwa rubeiwotab President Professor Kithure Kindiki kole kokiborionji en kasari alyetab chaik ak kawek komi barak ak kikochini noto cherset nebo ketes chongindab chaik ak kawek chekinyoru en emoni. Ngenyorun sirinenyo Samson Kurgat kotinye koindekab logoiwek chuto.
The Kenya Kwanza administration was elected on the basis of a manifesto. That manifesto requires us to ensure that we increase incomes and the value in to farmers and other players in the coffee sector. The value has gone up. What it means, therefore, is that we could have much more earnings as a country if we increase the area under production and also increased the yield per bush. The target is to escalate it from where it is at the moment, 2 kilograms per bush, to 10 kilograms per bush by 2027, in accordance with the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto.
Kosubkei ak walutikab ng'atutik chetinyegei ak sekta inoto kokamwa kole ng'ololjindos ak bunge nebo Senate asikochokchi kasuldaetab ng'atutichoto.
One of the biggest enablers to the reforms we seek to see in this sector is the legislative initiatives that have already been taken. The coffee bill and the cooperative bill, because the two of them are interlinked, must be finalized as soon as possible. I will be able to push through the remaining part by convening the role players, especially the Senate, to ensure that we conclude that process and unlock the reform package that we are looking at between the coffee bill and the cooperative bill.
Karirtae kandoik kibagengeit nebo AFA kole maisuldae boisienwa eng oret netogunot.
On direct sales, we seem to have a dark silo at AFA. The information on direct sales, which actually is supposed to give our farmer a premium price over what is attained at the Nairobi Coffee Exchange. The information is only known by the leadership of the cooperatives and AFA. There is still failure to adhere to the timelines of 5 days in terms of the cash hitting the farmers' accounts. Number two, there is a gray area in terms of the breakdown of the statements of the payments into the farmer's account.
Kayamis Kindiki kole wendi koisto serikali kaimutik chetakonyoru kabatikab chaik ak kawek eng kasarta nealdoi rurutikwak.
There are issues of transparency which we need to work on, and one area we must firm up is the area of ensuring that the deductions done at cooperative level do not again deny farmers their sweat. There is need for openness there. Secondly, there is need for openness from AFA. We need to integrate coffee trade and coffee sales, whether direct sales or through the auction, so that we have one source of truth, one source of data, and that visibility should be available to all the players, including farmers.
Aripoten chini kas logoiwekab emet eng county nebo Nairobi, kainenyu ko Samson Kurgat.
Kitukchini yoto chitab Kalenjin logoiwek cho chebo emet akobaten mwawon komosta nebo oeng kole tomo kiwong logoiwek cho chebo emet ako nguni amache atokchin county noton nebo Nakuru ole iororwech sirindenyo Sylvester Rono kotinygei ak musoknotet nebo kasari nebo kabatisiet nekalumda serikalitab county nebo Nakuru.
En kasarta nekaityin kayonjinet serikalitab county nebo Nakuru ak kampunit nenaat ko Agrifuma kokamwa minister anan CEC nebo kabatisiet en county nebo Nakuru Leonard Bor kole wendi noton kotoreti kabatik konyor logoiwek chenyalunotin chebo kabatisiet koboisien musoknotet nebo kasari kou chikilet nebo ng'ung'unyek chebendi kondochin ofisaek chenootin ko extension officers.
Ngalekab Agrifuma niton ko agritech anan digital platform solution newendi kotoret ngalekab extension en Nakuru County. Noni ko agenge en kit nekimuche kele kakinam agricultural officers chechok koik accountable en tuguk cheyoe ak keker kele kakiityi anan kakimuch ke-bridgen the gaps chebo ngalekab extension work amun ngonyor ko-accessen wakulima chechok ngalekab extension ko kit nekararan. Niton kwendi konyoru information in real time keboisien muswoknotet noton nebo kasari en ngalekab soil testing anan pimanetab ng'ung'unyek, en ngalekab information kora chechang chebo ngalekab diseases ak pest, en ngalekab market linkages anan kimuch ketokyingei keconnecten wakulima chechok ngalekab mung'aret ak information choton necessary. Kwa hivyo noni ko kelchin agenge nekikere kele mkulima noton nebo ngalekab temisietab mimea anan minutik anan ko temindetab ngalekab baetab kiagik anan ko temisiet noton nebo ngalekab samakinik, kekere kele nito kwendi kuadreseni challenges chechang chenan komatanyoru wakulima ngalekab information.
Akot konoton ko kaaror Brian Oyugi kobun kampunit noton bo Agrifuma kole wendi kotaunen wadishek 25 chemiten en county Nakuru chebendi konyoru logoiwek chebo kabatisiet en chokchinet.
Agrifuma is a data management enterprise solution that is meant to benefit smallholder farmers. So what we're doing is we're partnering with the county government, especially through the extension service infrastructure. So what we're doing is we're providing the extension service personnel with the data terminals so that when they go visiting the farmers, that data can be collected in real time and shared at county headquarters. What that will do is for the high-level decision makers, their decision will be driven by data. So we are pretty much excited. We are looking forward to that. So today we are gathered here to officially start the project. First we'll have a pilot of 25 wards in Nakuru County.
County nebo Nakuru ko agenge en counties chenootin en tetutik chebo kabatisiet cheterter mising ko kabatisiet nebo viasinik, bandek koboto baetab kiagik chebo chego ak banyek. Kong'eten county nebo Nakuru, logoiwekab emet chebo KAS, kainenyun ko Sylvester Rono.
Report noto bo Sylvester Rono neiwang'wech logoiwek cho chebo emet chekaitun kong'ete studio nebo KAS TV kobun tetutet nebo Long'etab Kabotik. Kikurenon Caroline Kiplagat. Amagun kiy age tugul nekararan testai ker KAS TV amun kimnotet naet.
WRC Safari Rally 2025. Revisha and feel the road.